Yo, yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and the subscriber sent a donation, so thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below and send a donation. So this one says, I've heard a lot of people stress the importance of teasing the girl when you're talking to them to spark attraction, and also that you have to be witty and banter with her well in order to get her sexually interested. I'm confident in other aspects of myself, but this sort of wit/teasing thing doesn't always come naturally to me. Sometimes I can do it, but I'm not able to come up with this stuff on the fly all the time. How important do you think it is? How important do you think this kind of skill is? And do you think it's possible for me to flirt without teasing a girl or being witty? I have read about PUA techniques such as push-pull and agree and exaggerate, but it seems so fake/unauthentic, unintuitive to me when I do these things. Like it's not congruent with my personality. However, I also feel like I have to do these things when I flirt with girls in order for it to work. So I feel somewhat stuck if it helps. I'm an introvert and I prefer to listen more instead of talk. All right, so this is the thing. This is the hardest part for guys to get when it comes to interacting with women, right? When it comes to like flirting, when it comes to being, interesting, building sexual tension and stuff. And this is why I tell you guys, make sure you go to badboymembership.com right now and join the Bad Boy membership, because I have a whole program called The Art of Flirting. I also have a program called How to Build Sexual Tension with a Woman. So all of these things teach you step by step how to do this stuff. All right. But, you're asking, do you need to like tease the girl? Do you need to do all these, little techniques or whatever? Not necessarily. Though, certain things can help if you're good at it. You understand? If you're good at, interacting with women in that sort of way, it can help, but you don't necessarily need it. I'm going to tell you the only 3 things you need to do when you talk to these chicks, and it's really, really simple. You understand? And the 3 things that you need to do is, 1, when you approach her, you have to first introduce yourself, which can be small talk. 2, you flirt and build sexual tension. And 3, close the deal. That's all you got to do. Small talk, flirting/sexual tension, and closing the deal. It's really that simple. So, for example, it'll be like, I go up to a woman and I'd say, hey, how you doing? My name's Locario. What's your name? Right? And she's like, Sarah. Right? That's the small talk part. I'm just using a simple example. Yo, what's going on? My name's Locario. What's your name? Sarah. Sarah, nice to meet you. That's the small talk. Then I say to her, Sarah, I'll be like, yo, Sarah, I'm going to tell you, look, you're the sexiest woman I've seen all day today. You know what I'm saying? And it's so like, maybe let's say she'll laugh at that or whatever. Right? That's the flirting. You understand? And then I say to her, well, listen, I'm about to, head out of this spot, but, we should get together sometime. Let me get your information. Here's my information. And that's it. You understand? Small talk, flirting, building sexual tension, closing the goddamn deal. Right? So that's just a really simple version of what I'm saying here, but it doesn't need to be anything more than that. You see what I mean? So a lot of times what happens is that guys, they talk to women and they'll sometimes stay too much on small talk for the whole time they're talking to the woman. You feel what I'm saying? They'll be like, talking to her about like a whole bunch of extra shit for, 20, 25 minutes at a bar. They're talking to a girl. They're asking her, what she does for a living. And then they get into a whole conversation about that for like 10 minutes. And then they start talking about the weather. Then they start talking about, the bar and their city and, their hobbies. And it's like, all right, that's enough small talk. Let's get to the goddamn flirting. You understand? Like most guys don't get to the flirting part. And the reason why they don't get to the flirting part is because this is the part where the girl will basically show if she's interested or not. Right? So while you're flirting with a woman, this is the time when you're going to see if she's interested, if anything will probably go down. So, while you're flirting with her, like, so let's say, for example, that same example, I say to the girl, Oh, Sarah, I think you're the hottest chick I've seen all goddamn day, right? And then let's say she laughs and she's like, all day, what do you mean? So you just like, walk around looking at, looking for hot girls. I'm like, of course, that's what I do, And when I see a hot girl like you, it just gives me this feeling like I want to do a lot of nasty things. And she's like, nasty things like what? And I was like, well, let's get out of here and then I'll show you, So now me saying, let's get out of here and I'll show you, that's basically me going into closing the deal. You feel what I'm saying? So closing the deal is you either exchanging information or you, taking the chick out, taking the chick back to your place or you fucking her that night. You see what I'm saying? So it's, and the thing is this, with the whole teasing thing, is you were asking about, do you need a tease and do you need to do this and that? I mean, you can do it, and I probably have to do a whole like program on that, and that's a whole nother scope of thing that'll take a while to explain, but I'll just give you a little bit here. So let's say, for example, you are talking to a girl and you ask her, what does she do for a living, right? And then she says, oh, I'm a teacher, right? And then so you teasing her would be something you say something like, for example, she'd be like, oh, I'm a teacher. And you'd be like, oh, come on. Is that what you do? Seriously? Like every woman is a teacher. I thought you'd do something better than that. I thought you were cool. Come on, man. I was gonna, give you my number, but now that I found out you're a teacher, that's so basic. Like come on, Sarah, that's kind of corny. Why would you do this? So now I'm just teasing her, and it's really the tone that I'm saying. She can tell I'm joking. She can tell I'm just, being fun. And that's the teasing. So the thing is, what makes women attracted to guys who know how to do this and who know how to interact with them like this is that they see that the guy is charismatic, that the guy doesn't really take the situation too seriously. He has social skills. He's fun to be around, that type of shit. You understand? So that, that's an example of sort of teasing the chick, which can make a chick want to continue to interact with you and talk with you. You see what I'm saying? But see, a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about, right? A lot of this stuff takes practice because, you're saying that, well, it seems like, I'm not really witty. I'm not really, it doesn't seem authentic to say certain things like this, right? But when you're, going out here interacting with different women on a consistent basis, right? A lot of this stuff, will come out naturally. You understand what I'm saying? So even let's say, for example, the girl, she says she's a teacher. You say, hey, what do you do for a living? Right. And then she's like, oh, I'm a teacher. You can still even flirt with that and be like, oh, so, you're probably one of those sex education teachers, right? And then she'll probably be like, no, what makes it, well, I'm thinking like, you could definitely teach me something about some sex. You know what I'm saying? And just like, you're just flirting with her. You're just being playful. You understand? And so the thing is that when you are interacting with women, right? And when we talk about the art of flirting and building sexual tension and doing those things, it's really you learning how to take the conversation in different directions to guide the woman into thinking and feeling sexual feelings towards you. You see what I'm saying? So it's and this is the one of the key things you have to understand. Is that when you're talking to women, right, and you're interacting with them, because when you're talking about you say you don't feel authentic, you might feel like it's not natural, right? The reason why it doesn't feel natural to most guys when it comes to talking about this stuff is because you're not allowing yourself to actually feel sexual towards the women fully. And what I mean is this, is that when you're out here talking to the women, you still have this fear that she's, she probably doesn't like you, or that she may be offended by you saying a certain thing, or that, you just feel like it's inappropriate for you to talk a certain way or say a certain thing to her. So what happens is that it creates this sort of block when you're trying to, make this happen. Or sometimes what happens is that you might be talking to a girl who you're not really that interested in, right? Or you might not be that sexually attracted to her, right? Or what happens is you might be talking to a girl you're extremely sexually attracted to, but you're too damn nervous. You see what I'm saying? So, let's say you're talking to a girl who you're not that sexually attracted to. What happens is that the things that you're saying, it's almost like you're just saying it just to say it, but you don't really mean it. You understand? And so therefore it comes off inauthentic, and it sometimes doesn't even work. She could sort of feel that energy. The girl who you're talking to, who you think is really hot, but you're nervous, you're too nervous to actually, be yourself and relax and say what you need to say. You understand? But the best thing for you to do really in a lot of situations, this is why I tell guys to really, get to a point where they're comfortable interacting with women, is that you want to be comfortable interacting with women, and also you want to talk to more of the women that you're extremely sexually attracted to. Because what happens is that if you're talking to a girl that you're extremely sexually attracted to and you're not nervous, you're comfortable, what's going to happen is all the things that you're going to say and do in the interaction is going to come off authentic, and it's going to be more fun for you and more interesting to her when she's dealing with you. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, this type of stuff is the stuff that, you guys need to work on a lot. This is the your verbal skills. This is verbal communication. This is your mouthpiece. You understand? This is the part that a lot of guys need the most work on. You understand? Because this is going to separate the guys who get a lot of sex, the guys who get a lot of women who's going to be into them, versus the guys who's just going to be on the sidelines wondering, damn, how come, I'm not making shit happen. Dudes is like, well, I approached 100 girls and none of them wanted to talk to me. And it's like, because you don't have the skill, and I say skill in capital bold letters, you don't have the skill to flirt, to build sexual tension. You understand? Which is very, very important. Very, very important. And half of what is going to teach you that skill is you going out there and talking to the women. See, there's parts that I could teach you and that I do teach you, but you have to take that and actually go out. Because once you go out, what's going to happen is this, is that when you start going out and start talking to more women, you start to build your verbal muscle. Then it becomes second nature to you. It becomes almost automatic, right? Where you're not even thinking about it. It just it flies out. It just, because you're saying, well, I don't, I'm not witty, or I'm not, I don't know what to say, or this and this and that. All that stuff is going to come to you quickly. Just like how you watch a comedian who can, make fun of a heckler just like that. Or you watch a fucking rapper who knows how to, freestyle, put words together just like that on the spot. So when you start talking to women, because you've been doing it for a long time, it just comes out just like that. And the more attracted you are to the woman and the more comfortable you are, the better the interaction's going to be, which is going to make her feel you more. You see what I'm saying? This is why I stress to you guys, you have to go out and practice this shit. Because the practice is going to build that verbal muscle, which is going to make the shit, your responses are going to be quicker. You're going to automatically be more witty. You're going to automatically be more charismatic and charming when you're dealing with these women. You see what I'm saying? So it's not anything you need to sort of think about. It just sort of happens. It's second nature. You're basically conditioning your mind to respond to these women in a certain way. You see what I'm saying? And so, you're going to be more in tune with what to say. You're going to be more in tune with reading women, because that's a whole other thing too, where when it comes to you flirting and, building sexual tension or teasing or whatever it is like that, you have to learn how to read women. And again, go to badboymembership.com. I have a whole program called Reading Women. All right. But just understand, the basics of this whole shit when you're going up to chicks and approaching them, just 3 things. Introduction / small talk, flirting / building sexual tension, and closing a goddamn deal. That's it. It's real simple. All the teasing stuff and all of that, that's truthfully more of a bonus. You don't necessarily even need to do all of that shit at that point. It's just more so, if you're having like a longer conversation with a woman, that stuff can help you if you're good at it. Do you understand? If you're good at going back and forth with a chick. And again, that takes practice too. You feel me? But I'll probably have to do a whole Bad Boy membership program just on shit like that. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you'll learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.